Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'll be talking about an SQL. So we'll see about what is an SQL. So I'll give certain examples and queries also to solve as well. So I'll be solving certain queries and I'll take few examples to understand better. So I think I'll be covering all the concepts which are important to SQL. So if I miss anything, please do comment it out, or else I'll just go through once again what are the concepts I've missed out, and I'll do it in the next video. So let us start. So what is an SQL? So basically SQL stands for a structured query language. So which is used to manage and interact with a relational database. So it helps us to retrieve the data, insert new records, update the existing data, delete the data, create and modify database structures, tables, or whatever it is. So its main function is that retrieves whatever the retrieve. It helps us to retrieve the data. We can insert the new data. We can update whatever the existing data is there. If you want to update any rows or columns, you can update it. And if you want to delete any of the data, you can also delete it. If you want to modify the existing data also, you can modify, or you can create the new table. All the stuff you can do with the help of SQL. So why do we need SQL? So SQL lets us to talk to the database in a way it understands. It's like a translator between you and your data. So SQL, for example, if already the database is there, you have certain database, and it helps a user person to talk to that database, and it is a translation between you and your data. Whatever the data is there, it is basically a translator between you and your data. So let us basically understand what it is. So think of a database like a spreadsheet. For example, you have a database for a spreadsheet in an Excel. So SQL is a set of instructions. For example, if you want to search for values, if you want to sort the rows, if you want to add or remove data, perform the calculations like total or averages. So all the operations, or all the instructions we can perform through SQL, and these are the set of instructions you give and it performs this actions. Okay. So let us come to an actual part of SQL. So for example, you have a basic example. So we have a table named as a students. So in that we have certain columns. So these are called as a column. So vertical are called as a columns, and these are the horizontal are called as a rows. So we have 5 rows and 4 columns. The column names are student ID, name, age, and the grade. Okay. So these are the column names, which is this example is important because we'll be solving certain queries here. So select statement. So what is a select statement means? Select statement is used to retrieve whichever the specific columns, or retrieve all the columns. It returns all the rows, and whichever the columns that are present, it helps us to retrieve. Okay. So first is a select. So in that select statement we have, if you want to select all the columns, so select star from students. So star is basically, it returns all the rows. So it returns basically all the rows and all the columns. So for that purpose, we use the select statement, select all statement. Select star from students. Select star from table name, which is a table name, that is a students. So the output will be this table. Okay. The next one is, if you want to select the specific columns, for example, if you want to get only the name, grade, only these 2 columns if you want in the output table, you can use as select column name from table name. So the syntax is such that select whichever the column name you want from the table name. So from the table name, select a column name means select a name and grade from the specific table. Okay. So next is that, so you have got about a select statement. Select statement is very simple. This is a very beginning statement of an SQL, that is a select, which is very important because this is a base statement where you will be using for all the rest of the clauses. Let us see now where clause. In the where clause also, the select statement is very important. So where clause means basically it helps you to filter the records. It basically helps you to filter the based on the specific rows condition, it helps you to filter the records. See the syntax here. You have to select the column name from the table name where condition you have to give. So this is a syntax. So syntax is most important to write any query. If you know the syntax, I think writing a query is very easy. So, but when you have to use also, you have to know especially in the SQL. So the first question is that find all the students with a grade A. Okay. So by seeing the table only you can say which are the students. We have to find the student name with a grade A, right? So with the students with a grade name Alice and Clara. Okay. So you have to give select star, select all the students, select star from the students, find all the students. There is no specific columns you have to give in the output. So that is why they have used star. It means it displays all the columns. Select, find all the students with a grade A. Select star from students where grade is equal to A. This is a condition. The condition is that grade must be equals to A. So this is an output table. You can see Alice and Clara are the students who have secured with a grade of A. So the next question is that find the students older than 13. I mean their age should be greater than 13. You are displaying select star from students where age is greater than 13. This is also a condition. This is equal to condition and this is a greater than condition. When age will be greater than 13 means you can see in this table where is age is greater than 13 means it displays all the columns except all the rows except this David row. Okay. Alice, Bob, Clara and Emma. Find the students with a grade A and age 14. So you have to select star from students where grade is equal to A and age is equal to 14. Okay. So you can use and also in the where conditions because they have given such that you have to retrieve the students with a grade A and age 18. There is not only one condition. So we have two conditions. One is grade A and age 14. So that is why. So it returns Alice and Clara because they have both grade A and age also 14. Okay. So one more thing is that find the students who are not in grade A. So you have to select star from students where grade is not equal to A because who are not in grade A. You have to find the student's name who doesn't have a grade A. So that is why grade not equal to A. So it returns Bob and David who doesn't have a grade of A. Okay. Use in to match multiple values. Okay. See, select star from students where grade in A and B. So if you want to get, for example, multiple values means if you want to get the grades of a student who has got A and B. I mean the name of the students who secured A, the name of the students who secured B. Alice and Clara, you can see in this table, Alice and Clara secured a grade of A and the Bob also secured a grade of B. Okay. So that is what. So Alice, Clara, Bob. Alice and Clara got A grade, Bob got B grade. Okay. And also names that start with A. This is basically a like operator we are seeing. That was an in operator and this is the like operator. So select star from students where a name like A percentage. A percentage means if there is a percentage symbol after an alphabet means it is starting with. Means names that start with A means where like A percentage you should give. If it is ends with means you should give percentage A. Okay. Names that end with A. Clara. The end with means percentage should be in the beginning. Names that contains A means if it contains, if for example Meghana, you can see if it contains means you have to give both percentage A. Okay. It will return. If it starts with A means A percentage. It is not starting. It will give an null value. Okay. Names where second letter is I. Second letter is I means you have to give one underscore and then I you should give. Names where second letter is I. Okay. Percentage you will give. So this is all about, I have covered about a like operator, in operator inside this where condition only so that it will be clear for you. Ends with, starts with, contains multiple value or it contains a specific letter where the second letter is all those stuff. So the next is what is an order by. So basically order by is also a clause which is used to sort the result set. So whichever the result set is there, you have to sort it. Sort is nothing but you have to sort the result by either ascending or descending value. So by default it is ascending. If you want to sort in descending, you can give it as DESC. Okay. So sort, for example, we see sort by age. Sort by age, it is an ascending. So As I said to you, ascending is a default. So you do not give again order by age, SC, that and all, it's not necessary because it's defaultly sorts the name in the ascending order. Okay. I think the output is, sorry for the mistake, I think the output here it is given as a wrong. Please note it down. Order by age means, sorry, the output is right. I'm very sorry. I thought it is sort by name. It is right. I'm sorry for it. So order by age means it should be from less to more, right? Small to big. So David is 13, Alice is 14, Clara 14, Emma 14, and Bob is 15. If three members are having the same age, means it takes by this alphabets. Okay. Next, sort by name descending. So select star from students, order by name descending. Since the default is ascending, if you want to sort the names by descending, you have to give it as DESC. I hope it's clear. Sort is a very easy concept. I think just use this order by clause, that's all. So the most important thing, okay, what is limit in SQL? Okay. The limit clause is used to restrict the number of rows returned by a query. So whatever the number of rows that is there, you have to restrict that number of rows that is returned by a query. See, we will solve, the syntax is that select the column name from the table name, limit by number. Okay. See, if you want to get the first three students of in the table, if you want to get the first three students, you have to use a limit. So select star from students, limit 3. So the first 3 students you will get from the table. Okay. So that is why limit clause is used. Okay. So the next is using limit with offset. So you have to, what is that? Select star from students, order by age. So limit to offset 2 means, what is this offset 2 means? It skips the first 2 rows. So what are the first 2 rows is there? It will skip. And then it will give the next 2. So offset 2 means what? Offset, for example, offset to 1 if you give means it skips the first row, and limit 2 means it gives the next 2 rows. So that is what this using the limit with offset it means. So the next most important is what are aggregate functions? Okay. So aggregate functions perform a calculation on set of values and return a single value like a total or average. So aggregate functions are nothing but the sum, the average, the bin, the max. If you want to count, all those stuffs are called as an aggregate functions. They are very clearly given, means we have to perform a calculations on whatever the set of values and whatever, how do we return a single value. So all those are called as an aggregate functions. Okay. So what are the common SQL aggregate functions is that one is a count function. One is a count, another is a sum, average, min and max. Count, you know, it counts the number of rows. Sum, it basically add. Average calculates an average. So it adds the 2 numbers given the number of values, that is called as an average. 3 plus 2 by 2. How many number of numbers you are adding up, that many you have to take it as an n value in the downside. Min is nothing but it gives the minimal value, the smallest value. Max is it finds the largest value. Okay. So they have given an example table, that is the students. So the student, the table is the same. That is student ID is a column name, age and the grade they have given. So these are the column names. 4 column names you take from here onwards. That is student ID, name, age and the grade. Okay. So example is that count the total students. How many total number of students are there here? You have to count. Okay. So how many total number of students are there? It should give a 5 as an output. See, select count star as a total students from the students. As this as is used as an alias. Okay. Alias means instead of when you give the output in the table, what is a column name? It should be total students is a column name as this name, and it gives the count as in 5. Okay. Average age of the students. So select AVG. Inside the bracket, it should have the column name. So which particular column name, which particular column you're doing an average, that you're taking inside this as average age from the table name, that is the students. So the output will be 14.0. Okay. Next, total age of all the students. So what is the total age? You have to give. Select sum. So what is the column name? As the table name, as the column name should be total age from the table name. So then it gives then sum of all the students, sum of all the ages of the student, it gives us 70. Okay. Youngest student, youngest means the smallest one, the smallest kid, is using a min function. Select min age as youngest from students. The output is as a 13. Okay. Oldest student. Okay. Oldest means the max, which has the greatest age, which student has the maximum age, that you have to return. So select max age as oldest from the students. The output is 50. So which is the maximum age is 50. Okay. As is nothing but it is basically an alias. What you give an alias name for it to display as an output in the column name, that name you basically display. I hope till here I think everything is clear. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can comment down. I'll explain in the next video. I'll make a separate video for the comments regarding this SQL. The next is the group by clause. Very important. Almost in all the interviews, even the company to which I gave interview also, they've asked a question which includes the group by clause. This is where an actual the way you solve the problems, whether it may be in any platforms, Leet Code or HackerRank, HackerEarth, wherever it is there, almost all the questions will be a combination of select, where, and the group by, or having all those stuff. It will be a combination of, basically the group by is most important. Okay, so please concentrate from here. So what is a group by clause? The group by clause is used in SQL to group the rows that have the same values in a specified columns. So basically group by is usually combined with an aggregate functions. Previously aggregate functions we have seen. So group by is basically we combine with an aggregate function. See, they'll see the basics. See, syntax is very important. If you know the syntax while writing a query, you can completely write a query and the output is very clear. It will be very clear for you whatever the output you get. Once you are very clear with the syntax, the output is the output will be very clear. So without knowing the syntax, I think learning SQL is I'm telling you completely waste. You have to know a syntax before writing anything. I know everything in SQL, but I'm not able to solve the queries because you're lacking the basics. The basics is that you don't know the syntax, or you're not able to understand the logic behind each query or each clause or each statement. So that is a reason if you're not able to solve any of the questions. So anyone who is watching in this video, if you're not able to solve the SQL questions in the HackerEarth or Leet Code platforms, you can just go to my previous videos and check. I have done many videos related to HackerEarth or a HackerRank or Leet Code and all. So all these questions are solved by me. So you can go and check. So if you're not able to solve those questions, means though you're able to understand, so though you're able to predict the output. See, predicting output is not a big deal. Okay. Anyone, even a small kid, even a 5th standard kid will give, okay, tell the answer, please tell the answer, give the name of the student whose age is 13. So you will immediately see the table and tell. So that is not a big thing. So predicting output in SQL is not a big thing. So, okay, understanding the question, understanding what output you should get, understanding what query you should write, understanding which statement, which clause you should write for the given specific question is much more important. If you're not able to solve any particular easy question for SQL, means the reason behind is you're lacking the basics. The basic is that you're lacking the syntax. You do not know the syntax. That is a main thing where people lack. You don't know the syntax is the main thing, or you don't know how to, which clause or which particular thing to use. Okay. See, many people miss, for example, here only I'll tell. See, group by, they'll use group by, but they don't know when to use group by. There'll be an aggregate functions, okay? Without using aggregate functions, they'll use group by because automatically the output will be wrong. So you should know when to use group by, you should know when to use aggregate functions, you should know when to use both the combinations. Then only you'll be able to solve. So before solving any LeetCode questions, first make a cheat sheet, first understand what it is, first write the syntax in one paper, revise the syntax, keep the syntax beside you. Seeing the syntax also, it's not a problem to solve. But without knowing syntax, just browsing and getting it from any chatbots is of no use when you're solving SQL questions. So know the basics, understand the questions very deeply, then only you'll be able to solve, I can tell. Right. So let's come back to this group by clause. So let us see the basic syntax. Select the column name, aggregate function column name from table name, group by column name. See, there is one more condition. See, if you use select some age from students, then no need to use group by because only one aggregate functions you are using and there is no other any column. If there is any other column and if you are using along with an aggregate functions, you have to group that column, okay? Which is the column name is there, you have to group by that column because it groups the row that has the same values. That is why you are using a group by column for that specified column. So that is why you're using a group by column. So you have here one sample table, you have orders. So order by, you have order ID, customer and the amount, okay? So let us, based on this table, there are certain questions, we'll solve those questions. So the first question is total amount spent by each customer. So what is the total amount that is spent by the each? This sum you have to return, okay? Each customer, so the table name, it is already clear cut from the question is that which column you have to display in the output, that you should display. Which column you have to display? One is a customer, another one is an amount. Two columns you have to display. One is a customer, another one is an amount. The sum, whatever the sum, okay? Select customer, this column, sum. What is the sum as amount? Sum, this sum you do as a total. This, what I mean, as is nothing but an alias name. As a total spent from the table name, from orders. So whatever the group by, you're using a group by, I said you, if there are two columns but there is one aggregate function, another one you have to take that column as an example. A group by customer you have to take, okay? Select customer, sum as an amount, as a total amount. So this the output will be customer total spent. So customer name you will display. There is C here the output only, here only the output is there. Alice, Bob and David, the total spend is this much. So the sum amount it will do it and then it will give, okay? So Alice, how 250 means 100 plus 150. Alice 2 times names are there. Bob also 2 times you have. David only 1 time, so 300 it is there, okay? Number of orders per customer. You have to give the number. You have to count it. How many orders are there per customer, okay? All the count you have to get. Select customer. So customer name you have to give. Count star as order count from the order. So group by same. Group by customer, okay? Next, average order amount per customer. Same. Instead of sum you are using here average. Nothing much difference, okay? So next we'll see the group by with order by. So how do you use the group by with order by? Means group by, order by is always used after the group by. In this, if the group by is there, you have to use order, means you have to use once the group by is used. Select customer, sum amount as total from orders, group by customer, order by total spend. How many, what is an order by total spend? Means see, the same question they have used an order by here instead, okay? This question, order by total spend means usually in ascending order 250 and then 300 same. It will order by order by total spent in the descending order. Sorry, in the descending order means from the greater to smaller it will order by. Greater to smaller means first David will come and then Bob will come and then Alice will come, okay? Next, group by with multiple columns. how to use a multiple columns means, see there you have to display the multiple columns in an output means, select customer amount, count star is count from orders, group by. So the columns that are left or apart from aggregate means customer and the amount. Okay. So you can see here summary. We'll just see the summary of all the group by, all the aggregations, all the order by. Group by basically groups the rows with the same value. Count means count items in each group. Sum, total it does. Average, it does an average. Order by basically sorts the grouped results. Okay. Next, the most important is an having clause. Having is most important. So basically where filters the rows. Having filters groups after by group by. After by group by you have to use an having. You use having when you want to filter results based on aggregate functions like sum or average. Okay, just see the syntax. After group by only you have to use an having with the conditions. Okay, after when you use a group by, when you use an aggregate functions, if you want to sort it, you can use. See, if the same table orders they have given, let us see an example. Customers who spent more than 215 total. The customer, for example, allies 2 times are there. If they spent more than 250, not more than or equal to, more than 250 if they have spent. Okay, you have to display those customers' name and also the total spent by them. Select customer sum total as total spent. You can see here. Okay, customer sum to amount as total spent. Okay. From orders, from which table? From orders, group by customer. Okay, having some amount greater than 250. Okay, this is an example of having. Customers who made more than one order, having count star greater than 1. See, it's very clear from the definition. Having, when you want to filter results based on aggregate functions, based on whatever the aggregate functions you use, based on that only you can filter it out. Okay, customers with average order value under 200 means less than 200. Same thing. Having, keep in your mind, having you should always use after group by. Okay, now we shall see what is the difference between having versus where. So when we want to use. It's filters before grouping. Where we use before group by. Where clause is used before group by. Got it? Before group by. And having is used after group by. Got it? See, example with both where and having. Okay. So select customer sum amount as total from orders where amount is greater than 100. Group by customer where some amount is greater than 250. Means let us understand this. Okay. First basically let us understand what it is. First filters out the rows with an amount that is greater. Sorry. Here I have given less than or equal to. Please make it as greater than. First it filters which is greater than 100. Then it groups by customer, then filters the groups with the sum that is greater than 250 with an aggregate functions. Got it? So that is where you use. How do you use an where and having means where is used before group by, having is used after group by. Got it? Next is most important is case, because most of you may not be knowing the case and the end statement. So please concentrate here. So what is a case means it's basically nothing but an end conditional expression used to return values based on the logical conditions. See, basic syntax they have given. First you use a select and then the case, when condition, then if the condition 1 is not satisfied, then the result 1. When condition 2, then result 2. Else, default result. And how do you end it this case? As alias from the table name. Select, so this both you are aware, select from. So, but how this case is used, you have to know. Okay. See, when condition to check, result to return if the condition is true. When condition 1 is true, then it will give the result 1. When condition is true, then it will give result 2. Optional, what to return if none of the condition matched means this is a default result. Else, end means as I said, it marks the end of the case block. As is an alias name. As I said, as is nothing but an alias name. You give it as a result column. You see now we have a table named as a marks. In that you have a two columns. One is a name, another is a score. Okay. You have to write a query with this case. Okay. Select name, column name and score. Which of the columns you have to display, you have to give it here. Select name, score, case. When score is greater than or equal to 90, then it is A. You have to give, okay. When the score is greater than 90, you have to give them as a grade A. When score is that. Else, if none of this is matching, else you will give it as an F grade. End as a grade, okay. Which grade you are giving, right? Then A. You can just see a syntax, okay. Then result one means end as alias name means that if whatever you are giving, no, that will commit into the grade. So from the table name, okay, name, score and then the grade, okay. Summary case starts with a conditional logic block, defines a condition to evaluate, specifies what to return if when the condition is true, else if none of the conditions are not matching, what you have to return in the else statements, ends the case block, okay. So I hope this is very clear. I think you can solve more questions related to a case block. You can browse it and you will get more questions. The next is, the most important is SQL joins. So I hope till now whatever I have taught till case and end statement, everything is quite clear. So any doubt you can put it out in the comment section. I will make a video on especially for the only this SQL. Any more doubts if you have, I can make one video upon that. So we shall see what is SQL joins, okay. Basically, joins are used to combine rows from two or more tables based on related column between them, like IDs, okay. So whatever, basically it is used to combine the rows. Just keep in your mind, it is basically used to combine the rows from the given two or more tables. If there are more than two tables, you have to combine whatever the specific rows are there, you have to combine based on related column between them like IDs, okay. Think of it like connecting a dots between a table. How do you connect the dots, right? Like that. What is the combination of rows you have to from two or more tables you have to return, okay. So what are the main types of joins, right? One is, there are many different types of joins. One is inner join, left join, right join, full join and the cross join. So inner join is nothing but only the matching rows from both the tables is written. Left join means all the rows from the left table plus whatever the matching rows from the right table it returns. Right join means all the matching rows from the right table plus the matching rows from the left table. Full join means all the rows, basically all the rows it returns from both the table. Cross join means every combination of rows, like a Cartesian product. How do you do in a mathematics, right? A cross B, all the rows, combination of all the rows it gives, okay. So you have a sample table. That's a sample table name is an employee table. So you have three column names: employee ID, name and the department ID. So this is a employee table. So the department table is department ID and the department name. So inner join, as I said you, inner join basically what it does, inner join, only the matching rows from the both table it returns. So whichever the matching rows that are there from both the tables, only that matching rows it returns, okay. See, only show employees who have a matching department means here the department ID is matching in both department ID is present in both the tables. So whichever the employee, select employee dot name, department dot name from employees, inner join departments on means select column name from table name 1, inner join table name to on, which is a common column in both, is that the department. So you can see is that 10, 20, 30, 10, sorry, 10, only 10 and 20 is present. So 10, 20 is present, 10 is for Alice, matching with the HR. Bob is 20, that is sales, because they have asked you to give the department name also. And Clara is also 10. 10 is for HR. So Alice and Clara both works for HR department. David, why David is missing? Because department ID is missing here. It is a null. So that is why we have no department ID for that. So that is why it shows. The next is left join. As I said you that shows all the employees even if they don't have a department ID also, because it retrieves it gives all the columns which are there in the left and also the matching from the right. See, even it gives the David because it is a left join, because the left table here is an employee table. So that is why the left table is basically an employee table. So it gives all the rows and columns from the left table and not the matching, only the matching columns or the rows from the right table. Okay. A right join is same as a left join. From the right join, it gives all the tables from the right join. Even if the name is missing also, see, HR, sales, IT is there, right? So it gives that columns also, because as I said you that IT shows up because even without an employee, because we're using a right join, all the columns and the rows will be taken up from the right join. Okay. Next is a full outer join. Shows every full outer join means combination. As I said you, full outer join means, see, just you can see, read it. Full outer join means all the rows from the both, I mean employees and determinants, even if there no match, it shows everything. So it is what the full join. Employee, department, on same full outer joins. The syntax is same for everything. Output would include David and department ID. Okay. Cross join means, cross join is nothing but matches every employee to every department. Okay. So as I said, you see here they've given A cross B. Got it. So 4 employees into 3 departments. Basically, it will be 12 rows. Each row it matches with each row like this. It is like basically a combination of each row. So basically here what I mean is that the syntax is very important. Even in case of join, also select column name from table 1, join, use the inner join or whatever the cross join, table 2 on whichever the columns that is matching, right? I hope till here everything is clear. I think I have covered the concepts. So if I've missed any of the important concept from SQL, you can put it in the comment section. Or if you want me to solve more questions related to an SQL, also you can put it in the comment section. I'll solve it in the next video. So I hope I have covered all the important topics. I have solved more questions which is related to an SQL. I hope you have liked this video. If you're new to this channel, please do like, share and subscribe with your friends. So if you want any other videos related to any of the concepts related to that is computer science, you can comment it down. I'll make a video on that. Thanks for watching. Please do click the bell icon if you're new to this channel so that you get a continuous notifications on whatever I do videos on it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.